Boozy, what's good, bro?
How you doing? What it do?
Come on now, say it with me. Hump day? What day is it? What day is it? Hump day? Still with the shitty Wi-Fi connection. Midweek, bro. Midweek. Halfway there, bro. Halfway. We halfway of there. Well, I just got in here, and you know what I'm about to do. About to do some grown man type shit real quick. Some grown man type shit real quick. All right, got my grown man shit going. I hate walking up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Shit. Just move everything up to the third floor. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying, man? Move everything up here. Bro, hope you're having a good day, man. You know? Hope you're having a good day. My phone won't connect to the Wi-Fi for some reason. All right. Check some messages and emails real quick. Oh yeah. Sheesh. I'm coming. I'm coming. Why won't it let me? I'm trying to do something. It will not let me do this shit, yo. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm about to make a fucking mess. Don't do that. About to waste my weed. All right, almost done. I had to message somebody. Who the fuck? Who the fuck did that? Camilla Harris, a real hero for the job. They made her into a superwoman. Get the fuck out of here, bro. People are wild. What the hell? All right, on to some art. I think that's good right now. Clothes. Trying to manage my damn space. Man, I keep rolling these songs. What happened to this? Bad request. Bad request again? Why? Why is it doing that? Let me close that out. Open this back up again. It. Said bad request. 'Cause. 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 'Cause.
Bad request. Oh, something is wrong with Suno. Yeah, something is wrong with Suno. It won't let me on. It won't let me on Suno.com. Why? Ah, but you know what I was doing. Had sent some messages. Um, yeah, it will not let me on Suno right now. Bad request, even from the phone. So what if I go to the app? If I use the application, sign in. This is some malarkey right now, you know? This is straight malarkey. Now I gotta do this two-step verification. So now you need to go to your email and check this to make sure that we know that this is you, even though I'm doing it all from the same device. So if somebody stole my phone and they just logged in all of my shit while they're on my phone, that's not really a two-step verification. All right, well, the app loads up. Okay, the application is fine. There is something wrong with the website, I guess. They're having a little bit of a hiccup right now. Yep, it still says bad request again. So we'll just let it ride on that for a minute, I guess. Oh well, it is what it is. I say that the app pulls up, opens up everything fine on the app. So one of my participants just texted me. I He called me before I left work and asked if I could stop by his crib and drop him off some bus passes so he can get to and from work. He's starting a new job on Monday. So I dropped him off some bus passes, and he was just texting me back. He said, "Ah, I appreciate you, my guy." I said, "No problem." Then he said, "You the man." I said, "I'm just, I just play my part and help where I can. I'm proud of you, big dog. Keep doing what you're doing." You know what I'm saying? He was in my prison class. Got out of jail a couple months ago. Started his rehab program. Uh, got connected with a good church family, and he found one job through. We helped him get a job through a temp service. But he said that the assignment was over. So basically, like they didn't place him in a temp to hire position. They literally just placed him in a temporary position. And so whatever assignment that was closed out. And it's like, oh well, that's the end of that. And but he says they found him something else. So gotta send this to my buddy. That's too funny. All right. I'm getting stuck on that shit, bro. Shit like crack, nigga. Don't get stuck scrolling. I did share this one little clip. I don't know where they were at. They were at like some outside event. There was a lot of people, like vendors and stuff. And this dude walks up on this young girl. She's a teenager. And he notices she has a fucking flip phone. He was like, yo, let me see your phone. And she flips her phone. And she was like, here, see? He was like, why do you have that? She was like, cause you can't get on social media on this shit. She was like, yo, I was scrolling for hours and hours on social media. I wasn't doing no homework. I wasn't getting my assignments done. Yo, my phone was distracting me. So it was like, I got rid of my iPhone. I just got a flip phone, so I can't do that. And now my grades are better. I focus more. I'm not worried about people I don't know. And dude was like, yo, that's crazy. But yeah, a young girl just took it upon herself and decided that social media was too much. It was too invasive and it was occupying her mind too much. So she had to get a fucking flip phone. But I'm the exact same way. I try to catch myself like that because every time I do it, bro, like I get a message or somebody send me a meme and then I look at the one meme, then scroll, bro, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes later, it's like, what the fuck are you been doing? All right. And that's what I meant to do and didn't even do it. I meant to come on here and try to start a live stream again and then wind up scrolling through fucking memes. Dumb shit. For 20 minutes. Alright, so let's see what we can get accomplished here. Alright, grab this bad boy. So what I want to do now is I'm gonna have to jack this thing up, get it to my height, so I'm not slouching too hard trying to paint this next section. I think we're gonna move to this jacket. I think we're gonna paint this jacket next. Yep, I think we're right about that spot. So we can just stick with this gray scale, cause we still got a bunch of black and white on our palette, so we're gonna do that. Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? How's it going? Who's this? Miss Lovely Art. Ooh. So this is pomegranate hard cider. and it's strong. I'm not lying. Yo, Miss Lovely, you want to hop in the stream, chat about some art? Can I interview you real quick? Quick 10-minute interview. Uh-oh, I don't know what that was. I think I just dropped weed in the trash can. Yo, Kid with Wings, what's good, bro? You want to hop in the stream, chat about some art? Want to do a quick interview? Can I interview you for like 10 minutes? Anybody? Somebody? Anybody want to do it? Oh, no, that's terrible. Oh, no, that's real terrible. Damn, that's fucked up. Damn. Oh, that's bad. Damn. So I cleaned my pipe out yesterday, and there's like resin everywhere, like goopy tar on everything everywhere. And I set my DVD collection down on top of some resin tar, and now it's on my DVD, and that's very bad. Hopefully I can get it off. There we go. Lovely said, I just wanted to say hi. I ain't trying to be all on TV. Yo, what's good, fam?
Let me clean off my Chelan. Got the little Rugrats in the house. What's good, buddy? I see you killing it.
I'm trying to be like you, bro. I'm trying to be like you.
Shit, you alive.
So, for the viewers in the stream who don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself. Your name, where you're located, where'd you go to school?
Jeremy Turpin, aka Jay or Angel, Kid with the Wings. I got 2 pages. Kid with the Wings is one, and then the other page is Jeremy Day Turpin.
Okay, Jeremy Turpin. So where the nicknames come from? Where Angel come from? Where Kid with Wings come from?
Okay, the Angels is I got Angel. Okay, my dad's a pastor.
Okay.
And my minister, so I was obsessed, of course, with heaven and getting into heaven, and all my tattoos on my back all my tattoos are more religious tattoos, but my back is just Stairway to Heaven with a bunch of angels and, stories from the Bible. And I went out to Caravana. This is probably like 20 years ago. And a girl approached, she was just asking what's my name. And I was like, just guess. And she was looking at my tattoos. She was like, Angel. I was like, yeah, that's it.
Damn.
So I just had that for the weekend as a name. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to stick with this for my art name. And plus, I was always, I always bought my mom Angel figurines when we were kids. Her brother's name is Angel. So it's just something I picked up. And it was mostly for tattoos. So when I tattooed, I didn't want to have people know my real government info.
Facts.
And as you get older, you're like,
you gotta have that alias. Yeah, gotta have that alias, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody gave you that nickname.
Yeah, somebody gave me that one. But my family calls me Jay or JJ.
Jay or JJ. And Kid with Wings, that's just because you have a lot of wing tattoos?
Yeah, so I got wings on both my arms.
Mm-hmm.
And then all my tattoos are mostly angels.
So you gave yourself that name?
Huh?
You gave yourself that tag?
Yeah. Kid with the Wings. Actually, my man Pose in Atlanta. He actually a graffiti artist from Brooklyn, and he actually gave me the name. So he used to always see me. We used to work when I first moved to Atlanta. Me and him worked together, and he would show me some different graphs that he's doing and different graffiti and And he's always like, "Oh,
Yeah, that's the kid with the
he
wings.
see my tats.
Yeah, that's the kid with the
And
wings.
I used to go by that, and I used to sign off everything as the fly guy.
Ah.
So that goes back to '08. So I was just not get off topic, but I'm the creator of the dab. When people used to do the dab.
Okay.
So in Atlanta, this is like '07, and I got photos. All my pictures when I first got my tattoo of my angel wings, I would show like that.
Before anybody else was ever doing that shit, yo.
Huh?
You say you was doing that before anybody else was.
I got photos, so I used to always pose like that. So I remember when somebody showed me like dab, and I was like, "Yeah, they stole my shit."
What? I've been doing that.
I was like, I lived in Atlanta during that time.
Yo.
I said I was in the A, and I got proof of all of this. So anybody that know me from Atlanta know, like, the fly guy. If anybody used the fly or whatever, I was doing that from like '07 and until.
Damn.
So fly guy. Then I know my man Westside from Griselda. He say fly god. So he stole that from me. So I'm gonna let him pass since I know him. But yeah, graffiti, paint, tattoos, clothing design.
All right. Wait. So where you grew up at? You're talking a lot about ATL. Where you grew up at?
Now, I grew up in New York.
Okay.
So Long Island and Buffalo, and then I moved to Atlanta in '09.
Okay. How long were you down there?
5 years. Yeah, 5.
How was that?
I moved back to New York, and then now I'm in Tampa.
Okay. Up and down the East Coast. Up and down the East Coast.
Up and down the East Coast.
It be like that, bro. I went from South Carolina to Virginia to Philly to South Carolina. Now I'm back in PA. Up and down the East Coast. Up and down the East Coast.
Yeah, up and down the East Coast.
So
I can't do the West Coast too bad.
So how old are you now?
41.
41. What's the highest grade level in school you reached?
Well, when in the military, I did some college, but
okay.
Realistically, high school. Graduated from high school, but I went to an art high school.
Okay. So where you went? You left school with military. So where did you discover your creative ability? Like when did you recognize it? Because sometimes.
No, I went since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad was a musician. My mom was a dancer, not a stripper. And they both did art. They both would draw. Everybody in my house was like real artistic and musically inclined. So we did that. So art in general was like eating breakfast for us. So it wasn't like, oh yeah, you dope because the cat down the bedroom hall was better than you at something. So it wasn't like outside the house, it was like, oh man, you can sing, you can draw, you can do this. But inside the house, it was just like normal.
Yeah, it's like second nature. Yeah, everybody doing something. So you had.
I started back when I was in the Army. I started back like painting again.
So what was the break? You why did you have to start back?
Because you grow up thinking that you can't do art as a career, like full on, like you had to be like, Rembrandt, Picasso, Michelangelo. You had to be at that status. And I remember my senior year.
Well, you say you went to an artistic high school, right? Like an art school.
So I, even with that, the art teachers never student counselors. They wasn't like, yeah, pursue this, pursue that. And I just remember my senior year, my art teacher pulled me to the side last day of class, and he was like, "You got it." I was like, "I got what?" I was like, "Nah." He was like, "You good? You don't even need college." I'm like, "You supposed to be telling me this?" Like, but he was retiring, so he ain't care. He was like, "Yo, you don't need school." He was like, "You got it." I was like, "All right." So after that, I didn't even think about art because we graduated, and I was like, I'm gonna be a cop. I'm gonna do this or that, and trying to learn how to navigate through life. It always brought back to drawing, graffiti, and then I kept getting. My sister-in-law kept telling me, "Yo, you should tattoo. Like, you should tat. You getting tats? You should tat." So I went to every tattoo shop that I could, and everybody was turning me down. No, I went to like 22 shops. All of them said no. I ended up teaching myself how to tat.
So
And
what you was trying to find an apprenticeship or something?
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to teach you?
Nah.
You had your portfolio with you?
In the tattoo world, the black artist typically is the lower caliber. It went back in the day. And what happened was I would go to shops and they'd look at my artwork and like I think they was more or less intimidated. Like, if I teach him,
it's a
he
wrap.
about to shut it down.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what it really was. Because everybody that I've asked to tattoo, I'm better than everybody in these shops that I've worked at or that they had that I went to try to apprentice at. And just blowing everybody out that I went to try to get, some type of trainer from. And with the tattooing, I got back into painting. From my man Hobo in Atlanta, he got me back into painting.
So what? How did you say you trained yourself on a tattoo gun?
Yeah.
How did you start out? Yeah, what kind of kit did you get?
Fake skin. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of fake skin, and I did that for like 4 or 5 months. I would tattoo on fake skin, and then my boys was just like, "Yo, let's just tat, let's go." So I did all my friends' tattoos for free for a year, for my first year tattooing. Like, I did everybody's tattoo. Then after like 7 months of doing everybody's free, I started charging like $20-$30 to people. And I was just cranking out. Moved to Atlanta, and, same thing, no shops will hire. So I ended up going to a shop that had no artists, and it was just me in there, and just was grinding, just roughing it out. So I didn't get to tattoo with another tattoo artist probably until like year 7. So I was just like,
How you find a shop with no artist?
People quitting, people opening up a tattoo shop that's new, and they don't know what they're doing, and nobody wanted to work with them. So it was mostly that.
And so you say you really got back into the arts like throughout your military career?
Yeah, I did a few murals while I was in basic training, and after that, I got the bug again in me. Almost like, man, what am I doing? So I was in the army like, man, I could be doing this.
How long were you in the army?
Only a couple of years because my dad ended up getting sick, and it was training for me to be closer to him. They was like, well, you can either get out, and if you can't get out, then we'll transfer. So I'm like, that's backwards. Whatever. And I actually ended up getting out because he was real sick during the time, and he got a kidney literally 2 weeks after I got out the military.
Damn.
So after that, I worked as a banker for a minute, and still would draw, still would paint, and then I had an interview in Brooklyn for a real higher up position in banking, and I did Pursuit of Happiness. I had an interview because I flew in from Atlanta to Brooklyn, and they lost my bags, and I only had the clothes that I came on the flight with, so it was just like regular clothes. And I killed the interview, got it, and the week before I moved, to Brooklyn, the president called me and was like, "No, we can't give you a job. We're gonna give you a different position." And I was like, "Nah, I'm quitting. I don't want to move and do the same, banker job I had. Because the guy who I was replacing made like $3 million that last year. So they was like, no, we can't replace him with you. I'm like, well,
what the fuck?
This position, now y'all taking it away. So I was like, I'm out.
After you already did an awesome interview and they offered it, now they're gonna try to switch it up. That's wild.
So after that, I just really got back into my art, started really trying to push and sell it, and I still was mostly focused on the tattoos because tattoos is more instant.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I always tell people that art world is like drugs. It's like tattooing was like the quick weed money.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody want weed, so we go hurry up and outsource the weed and sell that, trap that. And art to me was more like cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you gotta find the specific people that really want that product.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like, well, this one is moving faster. Let me focus on this. And then after a while, I just started really focusing on the artwork again, like painting wise. And
how long are you still tattooing now?
The dry brush technique.
Are you still tattooing now?
Yeah. I still tat. I'm trying to phase it out as much as I can. Not phase it out, but painting is where art in general is where I want to be at. That was my first love. Tattooing was something that I still love. I love the tat, but it's more or less that's quick money if I need to pay some bills.
Yeah.
I can just go to a trip somewhere and tattoo for 3 days and make what I need to make for the month.
Yeah.
So the painting is definitely where I need to be and want to be.
Yeah, so I used to do tats as well, but growing up in South Carolina, tattooing was illegal. So you had to have
People don't realize that though.
Yeah, for a long time, it was you just couldn't have a license in the state of South Carolina, so you had to cross one of the borders.
South Carolina was like 2000 or 99 or something like that when it got legal.
It was the year, so I was supposed to graduate in 2000, so it was 2001. You might be right. It was either the year I graduated or the year after I graduated, because I know it's like I had just got out of high school, and it was like, South Carolina changing laws, we're going to issue tattoo licenses now. But the whole time, when I was growing up, you couldn't do that shit. So you had to cross the Georgia border, go to Georgia and get a tattoo, or go to North Carolina and get a tattoo legally, or just know somebody with a gun somewhere. And most people just made their guns out of old remote control car parts.
Because Oklahoma didn't get theirs. My man he in OKC. They didn't get theirs until like 06.
Damn.
It was something like wow, they couldn't tattoo in OKC until like early 2000s.
Yeah, so
there's a lot of Bible Belt spots in the South that wasn't.
Yeah, they not with that.
I think New York City wasn't until like 96.
Oh damn, I ain't know that either.
Yeah, everything was underground. Everything was like illegal on the low.
Yeah.
Or frowned upon, but yeah, realistic, you couldn't really tattoo in a lot of cities, a lot of places, until later on.
Yeah, like the 2000s. But
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, so when somebody showed me how to do stick poke gel tattoos,
Mm-hmm.
and I learned that technique, and then from 16 to 18, I did tattoos like that. Then somebody made me a gun, but like you said, that was a real quick hustle because people be wanting tats, and if you're a good artist and you got equipment and the ink, and you can come right here, like you say, $40, $50 little quick tattoo or whatever, yo. We used to go out, and then so my man he was good with the wire, so he'd hook up radios and amps and speakers in the cars, and I'll be in the back room doing tattoos, and then we selling a little bit of weed. We had crazy money as young boys, but But the only thing, like you say, you're trying to phase out of the tattooing and move more into like the fine arts. And I get comments a lot like the same thing, like when people can see that you have a good hand, they always say, "Oh, you should be a tattoo artist. You should be a tattoo artist." And because everybody is aware, like that's quick money. Like even it's like fucking nail salons and shit. You know what I'm saying? Girls, if you can do nails, but but I tell people like I enjoy doing tattoos, but like doing tattoos, you're always doing what the customer wants all the time, and you're never producing unless the client requests.
Once you get to a certain level, and that at that point you just do whatever. Like some cats that just only want to do portraits.
Yeah.
Some people that just want to do. You get to that level, but then I think at that point it's probably boring. You know.
Yeah.
It's like done it. Like I'm only doing what I want to do. I don't care about what you want to do.
Yeah.
What you want on your body.
And so.
Yes, sir. Friend.
But
What's up? So he at the shop now. So
yo.
That's the shop that I work at.
Yo, that's what's up, bro. Yo, Frank, how's it going, bro?
Got my guys out there representing.
But yeah, that's my only thing about like tattooing. It is a very ancient form of art. But I don't for me and my personality type, it just feels like work. You know what I'm saying? And like nowadays, like when I create, I don't want my creative process to feel like I'm working. You know that might not be the same for you. But like I don't know, it's hard for me to get over that hump sometimes.
No. It's more, and I think with go on the table. I think with commissions, it was more or less like that. That's why I stopped doing commission. Like I was getting so frustrated with my grandmother's eyelashes is off. Like you sent me a picture from 1962.
This shit blurred and scratched up, and it's a picture of a picture. It ain't even a real picture, bro. In a frame with the camera flash glare on this motherfucker, bruh. It don't look good. Bitch, the picture don't look good. I can only paint what I can see, man.
And they don't understand. It's like you know what your grandmother looked like beyond this photo.
I don't. This is all I got. I feel you.
So, I've had this one girl, I remember distinctly, she ordered a picture of her grandmother, and she wanted a Victorian, like, dress on her, sitting regal like, straight up Victorian, but it was a passport photo. So, I'm like, so you want me to take her head, put it on another person's head, body, so I had to thin out the neck. So I did the photo, Photoshop the hell out of it, paint wise, sent it to her, and she's like, "Oh, her neck is skinny." I'm like, "Yeah, it had to fit the body. Like I had to." So she sends it to everybody in her family before she purchased it. She's like, "No, we're gonna pass." I'm like, "Okay." So it's Friday the 13th. I put splattered blood all over it. Made it look like blood dripping out of her mouth.
Oh my
God. It was like a Victorian. So I made her into a vampire.
Oh my God.
It's Friday the 13th in October. I was like, fuck it. So I posted it right after she said no. So I was like 20 minutes. I painted it up and put blood everywhere. Because it looked like a Victorian. That's what it looked like, one of those vampire.
Yeah.
And she's sitting on a couch and it's like long white dress. So I'm like, somebody bought it too.
Damn.
I posted up. I was pissed. But I got those. So I just stopped. I think last year. I still do it for like family members coworkers and friends like that, they know, like, listen, it's art. It's, everything's not going to be exact. If you want to exact, just go get a enlarged photo and put it on
the
a
canvas. That's it. You can get a canvas print.
Walgreens.
Yep. You can get a canvas print.
Get a canvas print. They do that at Walgreens or
Mm-hmm.
Walmart, whatever. So,
Yeah.
and then once I got like the new style that I'm doing, once I figured that out, then I really was just like, I need to be in my space now.
Mm-hmm.
And really hone in, because not that I was doing different, like I used to paint like a lot of more so color portraits and stuff like that, but all my black and gray or black and white photos were done differently. I don't even know why I started to paint like that. So, I don't know too many people that do dry brush painting besides charcoal users.
Mm-hmm.
So, or if they're doing like painting on like figurines. So
Okay. Yeah.
I just started doing it, and it just kept going. And then once I figured that layer with the spray paint and the gradient, fading out, that's when I had that like light bulb moment. Like, okay, I got it.
So, how long have you been working on this series?
I started in November, I think.
How many pieces you've added?
Well, I started the first 3 in November for Art Basel, and then I waited until February. So February, I restarted the whole like, all right, it's official. I'm going with this look. This is the new signature look that I'm gonna go with. That I'm gonna try to stay in this lane, because I started doing more shows at galleries, and I can't take Nipsey to a fine art gallery. Well, I can.
Yeah.
I can, but when it's like I have a show in Greenwich, and in Connecticut, and that's the rich area, so they don't want to see Jordan or Nipsey or Prince,
Yeah.
because it's like, I'm rich as shit. Why do I want your rich ass on my wall? They just want to see something different.
Yeah. That's how I don't know. That's how I feel about celebrity art. Like, it works well in select venues. Celebrity art can go over very well in certain venues, but like you say, and then in other venues, it just doesn't. It just won't fly. No matter the level, the quality of the piece, it's the imagery, the content. It's just they're not gonna have it. I tell people, like, if you go to like a really 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 nice museum, you're probably not gonna see like celebrity art in there. And no, so it's about your own idea, your own concepts. That's what, like you said, they want to see something different, something new, something original. And like you've really struck on something with this grayscale with the bold color gradient. It's really unique. It's really different. Um, it's beautifully executed. Uh, the uh, the figures are beautiful themselves. Like you say, you got it, bro. You got, yo. It's hard for us. It's hard for us to like put a word to it, but like when that idea is good and you feel like that's a good right there, bro. I can't help.
What happened was, following you and a few other cats that I know that be killing it with the color portraits, and I was like, damn, you get your family members sending you everything. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Oh my god. And
I was about to start going, because I had one request about a color painting that I did, and I was like, okay, I'll get back into doing, more color portraits. I'm going to do a lot more of these, and I always love black and gray, imagery, just photography, and to me, it's always timeless. It always looks clean, and it ages well.
Yep.
And even with my tattoos, I focus more or less on black and gray
Like I
because overall, it just looks good.
Like I say, especially with photography, like you say, black and white photography it's aged. It seems ageless almost. You know, it's so classic and so like chic. I love black and white photography, but
and that's the thing that I really try to focus on is like timeless pieces and like I did the interview a couple weeks ago, and I used to try to do political stuff, and when this and that would happen, somebody get killed or somebody get shot or somebody get wronged, it was just like everybody jumps to, oh, what was me? And
yeah,
it's like, oh.
And then there's you and 1,000 other people. Yeah.
Because it's more like the Readers series that you did, and the one you did with the Giants, like stuff that's putting this in your head, like, yo, hold on, is this is what I need to go research. Let me go research this. Let me go find out. And that's why I stopped focusing so much on the political stuff as far as the now political. And because I was about to do like the Gaza and like all of that stuff, I was about to start painting like stuff with that. And then I was like, you know what? Everybody else doing it.
Yeah.
Let me focus on, I just want you to enjoy my stuff. I want you to look at some beautiful people, or what I deemed, or what you can see the beauty in these people. And I'd rather much have that on the wall.
Yeah.
And something that's going to provoke like anger or like, oh yeah, I painted this kid with their bloody eye popping out. Or I painted this, this dude is maimed, or it's just like, okay, show me something else. So that's why the Readers and the one you're doing now, the Whispers, the Secrets, is like that stuff make you think more or less rather than I know what this is based on me just looking at the image.
Yeah, it's we have to operate outside of the trends, because trends come and go. But it always seems morbid when I go into this train of thought, but I do think a lot about how my art will perceive when I'm not here anymore. When I'm dead and gone and I can't talk to people and I can't explain to you myself what my art is, how will people perceive this stuff? And does it have staying power, or is it just some trendy fad thing that in 10 years it'll be all out of context and nobody won't even care about it, But like the series, what is the title of the series that you've created?
Levels of Beauty.
Levels of Beauty. Now, in 20 years, it will still be as powerful and as beautiful as it is today. In 50 years, in 75, you've created a body of work that 100 years from now, if it's taken care of and preserved, it will still present and convey that same depth of emotion, and it will house a part of your personality in these pieces. And that's something that you can't really do when you're trying to jump on this right now, like, oh, this is hot, let me do that right now, and then because that stuff doesn't have a staying power.
Not only that, it's not gonna resonate through your work because you're trying to do something somebody else is doing, so it's not gonna speak to you in the way it's speaking to that person. So I did that. Like I said, your family members send you stuff or you see stuff and it's like, oh, that's dope, and it's trendy, or everybody's doing it now, and it's like, let me jump on and try it, and then it's like, nah, you don't get the same feeling. Like I have a few paintings that I did that I was, eyeing somebody else's work. I'm like, okay, let me try that, and it looked cool, it looked good, but and feeling wise for me, I didn't get that feeling that what I'm doing now. I have that feeling like, yo, this is something that I can see in the home. I can see in the museum. I can see in the hotel lobby, in the office space. So I'm more or less thinking about, I want this to be universal. Like, if you go into your grandmother's house and see this, like, oh, grandma, nice painting. You go to an office space, or, somebody's man cave or woman cave, whatever they want to call it, and they see somebody with the gradient and the black and gray, and they're like, oh, that's
dope.
That's a nice painting. So that's what I'm looking for, more or less, like, that everybody can enjoy it, and not like, oh, this is only getting liked by, a handful of people.
Yeah. So do you have any ideas on where you're gonna go next? Like another body of work?
I have the men's one that I'm starting now. I have that. What I have, I just got another order for the African. So I did take, that's a commission from a friend, but I picked whatever images. So now I'm focused. I have a men's. I'm going to focus on men and showing off their handsomeness, if you will. And then I have a blackout that I'm thinking about doing. Nice. So instead of doing the colors, I'm thinking about doing it with black. So you can just focus on, so it's, I'm working. I'm trying to think as far as if I want to do a black background as well, or do like a charcoal background with the black gradient, with the black and white photo. Almost like a secret, like once you get, and it'll be raising as it goes. So
how many pieces are in the current series?
Well, I have the Levels of Beauty one. That's, I think I have 13.
Okay.
Of that one. And then the new one that I just did a few of. This one I just did the Everybody Has a Dream. And that one's based like summertime fun, Hollywood life, but just in general, like everybody has that fictitious or imaginary dream. Like, when I get big, I want to do this.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking about different models and, women that go to these different cities, or, that I want to do this, I want to be an actress. So that's what the new look was, more or less summertime. That's why I switched the colors to the yellow, because I wanted a more brighter look.
Yeah, more vibrant.
Summertime.
Yeah. Nice. And
then I did the long neck tribe from Thailand.
Okay.
So within the levels of beauty, what I'm trying to do is take everybody on a tribal ride, if you will. So I'm hitting, of course I can stay in Africa, because they have tons of different tribes. Yeah. So I want to focus on what the tribes' beauty standards were back then, and how Western society is taking it over now. So you see the platelets from back in the day, the ear stretching, that was frowned upon. Now the Western society is doing it, and now everybody's looking at it like, ooh, that's cool.
That's cool and trendy.
Scarification, right? So scarification and stuff like that with the African tribes, and the long neck tribe came from Africa, but I wanted to highlight different cultures. So I'm trying to hit up every culture that had different looks. So the Polynesians, the Maori tattoos on their face. So I'm trying to just touch base on everybody's standards of beauty, as well as, like I said to everybody, even ugly people have beautiful features.
Exactly. I think all people are.
How ugly you may think somebody is,
they
might have cute nose.
Yeah, they might have beautiful eyes, or really nice eyebrows, or really nice lips. Who knows? Like, I think everybody is beautiful in their own way, or like you say, have very beautiful features. But what the human, our brain loves symmetry. And we cannot help that. So when things are a little asymmetrical, we can recognize it. That's why when you see a picture that's slightly tilted, you always just want to go straighten that motherfucker up. So we can't help that. So we do understand levels of beauty, but there is beauty in everything. You know, there is beauty in everything. I think humans in general, we're just beautiful creatures. We're very, very different from other mammals on this planet, and that in itself makes us beautiful. The way that the way that we think and the way that we interact with each other makes us even more beautiful. And then you can look at the symmetry in the individual. But and that's why I do mostly portraits. I'm a people watcher. I love faces. I love people in general. But yo, what's good, everybody? I'm trying to think of some other good questions, man. You're a very, very interesting guy, man. And so you say you got back really like focusing on art after you did a couple of murals while you were still in the military. So how many years is this now where you say that, because most people will identify themselves as their career when they ask, so what do you do? And like I always say,
art is my full time. Like I teach just to. I like to give back. Done stuff for other people, and I think definitely me helping out, disabled adults and disabled youth, because it's some kids in there too. They're forgotten most of the time.
yeah,
A lot of people that I work with, they don't see their families hardly at all. They're not interacting with anybody in their family. So being at the program with me is like we get to do some cool stuff.
yeah,
Crafts and because they do other things besides painting, but mostly just art. Like we're doing a mural on the wall now at the building that's graffiti.
oh nice.
So it's just like so we taping it off, so they can get a feel for. But still, we stand in a zone that I can still make sure it still looks beautiful by just taping it off.
Yeah.
And they can still get messy, but still not mess the whole project.
Yeah. So,
so doing that, that's my day job, I guess, in the morning. So I'm doing that during the day, but I've been, I guess, not working an actual 9 to 5. It's been about 7, 8 years or so. Yeah, so as far as just, tattooing, doing logos for people, designing clothes for people, their clothing line, they'll hit me up and I'll design a few things. Sneakers, I've done that. Watches. So anything with designing or drawing or with art in general, I'll try or dabble with it if I can.
Yeah. My man definitely be on it, yo. He's on it. You know what I'm saying? So for damn near a decade, you just really been focusing on all the aspects of the arts.
Yep.
Nice.
In every way. So even I don't think like I was telling somebody was asking me would I quit teaching. I don't think even if I was killing it with money, I don't think I'd stop teaching as far as with them, because then I do private lessons with kids over the summer. I'll have them for an hour at the house doing private lessons. But definitely, it's not work,
That's the part.
Like I'm paying anyway.
Yeah. If you love what you do for a living, you'll never work a day in your life.
Never work a day.
Yeah, I equate this when people ask me like how is it to paint, I try to say, you remember in elementary when it was time for recess. And the teacher said, all right, and you was like, yeah. And that's how I get that feeling like when it's like, all right, time to go to the studio. I feel like it's playtime. Like, yeah, hell yeah. It's not, this is definitely playtime. So.
Because, I know you paint for a certain time, and I try to specifically sit down for at least hour to 3 hours every day to paint. if I can. Sometimes I'll try to go longer. If I have time, like today, I didn't have any tattoo appointments, so I just come to the house if I'm not booked or if I don't have an appointment. Plus, I got the little boys, so I'll do work here during the day, and then at night after like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, then I'll do some more until I get tired or don't want to do it. But I work quick though anyway, so it's not. But mine is different. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people, I don't have to worry about too many layers on mine. Like I add layers to it, but it's not as the same as what you're doing. You know, I don't have to wait as much to, no drying time because by the time it's put on there, it's already dry.
Yeah.
Unless it's a heavier, the black parts on there, you just gotta wait for that. But then I just grab a blow dryer.
Hit that shit with the wee.
I blow dry it, but like I only painted last night for about 2 hours, maybe an hour and some change. So it typically, for me to do a full painting, anywhere between 10 to 20 hours.
That ain't too bad. Yeah, that ain't too bad to complete a piece.
Yeah. I'm saying some was, like everything else, some is quicker. It's not in here, but I've done one. I think I did one. It would take me like 4 hours to do. So it just ranged from different ones. Mm-hmm. Like the Prince one, I don't think that took too long. I think that was about 20 hours, if that.
Okay.
Because some of them, you get in that zone.
And that shit just start flowing, bro. It'll flow out you.
Yeah.
So, all right, you got some ideas on your next bodies of work. Do you have like any major goals for the next 3 to 5 years? Is there something that you haven't done that you want to do yet?
I think the first part of my career of like painting, I didn't do any galleries or museums. So I think this year I told myself, after Art Basel last year, I told myself I needed to do more gallery shows, museum shows for this year. So this year was my like grind year to try to set up to snowball it for 25.
The galleries just feel nice. You know,
yeah,
it just I can't help it. A gallery, especially a really nice looking gallery, it just feels nice, yo. I like galleries.
The work looks so different in there.
If the lighting is right and the walls are nice and smooth and it has a nice floor, like it elaborates your art. The space itself, like it hugs your art and it elaborates your art. So, and no offense to anybody or no disrespect or anything like that, but like and for years now, like craft like fairs or outside events and things like that, and people are like, oh, there's something downtown on the square. Like I can't do that no more. You know, I can't. I don't think I think people would definitely enjoy it and definitely like gravitate towards it, but it really they're not gonna buy it because the price ain't that, but it really does matter, like the setting where you put your art too. The setting definitely matters.
I think festivals, because everybody recently been hitting me up. I did a few festivals, but I learned that festivals, they want prints more or less.
You take your prints, stickers, and your merch and stuff out there.
Stickers, little small stuff.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah.
And my paintings.
Hey guys, hey everybody, how's it going?
It was outside, and the wind started kicking up.
But you grab your chest and go. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm so good, bro.
I was so pissed, and that ended up stopping me from doing more festivals. So I was like, no, because all you need is
one time, bro.
But what I did do for last Art Basel, because it was on a rooftop, and we had to bring easels, so I made easels out of plumbing pipe. So
something heavy.
Like, I have even for my 4x5s,
48
by 60s, I I made easels, and the easels itself is like 20, 30 pounds.
Mm-hmm. Then you wire that shit to the easel. wire that bitch to the fucking easel. Fuck all that shit, bro. Nah, we not playing around with this right here, bro. I feel you.
I got zip ties and secured it down, and I didn't have to worry about it because the weight.
It was weighted. Yeah, it was weighted. Yep.
So yeah, festivals. Yeah, I know a couple guys that be killing the festival. I'm like, yo, how y'all be selling these pranks? I'm like,
I don't know, man.
I don't really do pranks though. I want to do some, but a lot of times I like people just to have the original.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't want 10 people to have. Oh yeah, I got that print. It's like,
I do prints on request, and then like I'll run a set of prints if enough people ask for the same image, and then like you say, I'll do 3 to 5 maybe. I'm not about it. Everybody's not about to have this shit. 3 to 5, and then I'll make sure they're signed and numbered, and like that's it. Like I'm done. You know, you're not. You want to get the original.
Yeah, that's what I tell people, because like I print it out and I don't like everybody's prints, so I'm real anal about
the paper quality, bro. It's
like
bro. Yep. It took me forever just to find a good printer at a decent price point where I can even make a profit off the print. Because sometimes you gotta ship the shit XYZ, and it's like I'm losing money. Goddamn. So it's a struggle.
That's the whole thing. It's like, nah, it's a lot more hassle. And then I was like, well, I want to print 5, 10 of these, and then they just sitting around anyways. It's like
now you just wasting paper that way.
That's why I was like, because I'm not doing festivals.
Yep.
So I'd rather do, so no prints. I got 2 poster prints literally sitting over there that I never even, because I didn't like the way they came out. It was too dark, and
the colors all matted and muted. Like that ain't even worth selling to no. I don't even want nobody to think that's my art. Like
right, that's what it comes down to. It's like, nah, I mean,
yeah.
put it out.
I don't even want you to think that's my art.
So so focus. You know, from here.
It's more gallery.
25 is the
gallery museums.
More museums.
Yeah. I think
So I got 2 shows for Art Basel this year.
Congratulations, bro. That's what's up,
so
man.
I'm working on some more.
I think it's our generation that can like bring the youth back to the museums. We got to make museums and art galleries cool with cool new art. You know what I'm saying? That represents everybody. That's not that old stale like goddamn gatekeeper still lifes and all that and landscapes and all that shit, man. You gotta nah. Yeah, we bringing this contemporary art back to like the realism, man. You know what I'm saying? With some heart and some the heart and feeling in this shit. So I think
like one of my guys that I know you follow because you posted as Bua. That's one of my favorite artists.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I love his stuff that he he does his
the critiques.
The buckets falling. I show people that all the time. They like, oh, what's this selling for? I'm like, man, you can get a Rothschild for $48 million. It's just a blue and yellow stripe. You can get all of these.
Man, that's straight money laundering, bro. That's money laundering. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That shit and NFTs, that shit was money laundering. All that shit. That's all it is. These motherfuckers moving drug money, man. This some mafia cartel shit, bro. It can't be nothing else. You ain't gonna tell me you gonna pay 40.
You can't tell me when people always ask what's the highest selling art. It's abstract.
Abstract. A blue canvas. You want $50 million for a blue canvas. Well, it's the certain shade in the depth. No. It's a blue fucking canvas.
It's a canvas.
You ain't gonna write me a fucking 3-paragraph essay, expose, artist statement, and try to convince me that it's anything else other than a fucking blue canvas. You can't. You just can't.
I don't care if it's Prussian blue and whatever blue you want. Whatever blue you got, it's still blue. I'm not hearing none of that crap. So I remember back when I was a kid, I used to go to museums and galleries, and I used to always be like, why is this even up here next to this stuff? Like, who did this stuff with their toes? Like, if my 4-year-old can paint better than that, I don't know.
Nah.
If my son can paint, if he can, this is
That's it right there. That's a Rothko. That look just like some Rothko shit right there, bro. That's it.
Right. Look at this. This is another one. They would eat that
right
up.
there, bro. Millions. The one big white piece of paper with just a red scribble crayon looked like just red scribbles. They want, bro. You can't tell me somebody had a deep intellectual thought before they produced that shit, bro. That shit don't mean nothing. That shit don't mean nothing.
Not a one. And that's the thing that, because I would get same thing. Oh man, you should do some abstract work. For what? You can do it.
Yeah, you
can do your own abstract. It'll come out just the same.
Yep. That's all they do.
You can add whatever layers you want on it, tell whatever story you want.
And make it real big too. Real big.
I'm not hearing none of that. You can't convince me. I don't care who you are, how many degrees you may have, what you've done in your life, that's comparable to any of the old masters, new masters, or anybody that's really putting in hours and work, studying and looking at, like you said, I didn't have a art background as far as college, or I just knew what was beautiful to me.
That's it, bro.
I knew what I was into, and I never was into any abstract stuff. I remember the one gallery I went to, my teacher showed me. She brought me. It was a black canvas with a speck of white on it. And I'm like, what is like?
What the fuck is this?
Y'all buying this stuff? Y'all selling this stuff?
It's about submersible yourself in a field of color in a raw. Okay, man. Yeah, I guess. Once again, word salad.
I'm gonna soak in yellow.
Yeah, that's.
My body up to my chin and then roll around.
Yeah. I wanna frolic. Yeah. Submersing yourself in a field of colors. Right. Whatever makes you feel good, man.
I tell people I'm the most regular artist that y'all gonna meet because I'm not into the trippy. And people get mad at me. You gotta tell them a story about all this. Like, it just looked good. I like it because it looked pretty. It looked nice. I do a good job at it, and that's it. I'm not here to try to sell you a story to buy it. Do you think it looked nice?
Do you like? That's it.
Do you like it? Does it move you? Good. Then buy it. Other than that, you wasting time. I don't have no long drawn out story. I don't even title a lot of my work.
That shit is tiresome.
More like the series, and that's it.
That's it, bro. Just coming up with names is tiresome as hell, bro.
Yeah.
The Whisper series.
They're like, what's this piece name? I don't. 1, 2, 3, whatever you want to put on there.
Yo, they say Jackson Pollock was a CIA plant. They had to use his style and that postmodern expressionist movement to boost up American culture over Russian culture or some shit. So they just started pulling out all these weird artists and just put them. And yo, the CIA was buying this motherfucker art. That's how his shit got boosted up in prices. Nobody ain't never really like none of that shit, man. It's a psyops, man. The whole shit is a psyops.
Force people. And you know what? I always tell people, the people that really like that stuff are the people that don't know a clue about art.
That's it, bro. This shit is just like.
They just got money.
It's just like brutalism architecture. Like everything used to have like grand structures and cathedral like aspects to it, and now all buildings are just gray blocks. You remember McDonald's when we were kids? How colorful and round, and it had like character to the buildings themselves. And now look at a McDonald's. It's a gray box. That's what they're. That's what fucking that movement did to art. Yo, they just took real art and just like, nah, we're gonna pixelate everything and splatter everything, and now this is art. And like that ain't what it is, man. What makes art? I'm not really sure what makes art. I think if you can have a truly emotional reaction from anything, whether it be a song, watching a dance, theater, poetry, music, or visual arts. If it really just resonates with you, then that's art. You know, and I don't know. Some people will say that they resonate with Rothko and fucking Pollock, but do you really?
Like he said, what about Basquiat? Listen,
I don't really like Basquiat.
He has nice colors.
I understand him. And when you look at his art, you see an angry black kid. You know what I'm saying? And you see that.
Confused.
Yeah.
Angry. Lost.
I can see that, but do I like the way he executed his art? I don't like his style like that.
No, I never. Like I understand. I appreciate him for the doors he opened for, getting eyes on black artists. I think that a lot of the hip hop culture made him even bigger. But yeah, as far as, like I always say, if I can do it with my feet, or my kid can do it, I don't care.
Art is self-expression, and if the audience can relate to what you are sharing on a personal level, then the art has done its job. Yeah, and if it can touch individuals, and you have shared a part of it. Yeah, this is true. This is true. And shit is.
If that's the case, anything is art. That's what the lines get blurred with, like when Justin Boyd put the video of the guy in the canoe and the guy dropping the bucket. Like, that's not art. Like, what happens is people that got money and people that have eyes in the audience, they can't execute what the masters or people that is deemed great art can do. So they figured out a way to get into the scene, to be part of the scene, and to go over the scene with what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can do abstract. You can't convince me otherwise.
I'm not gonna argue. I'm not arguing with you, bro. I'm not gonna argue with you.
I'm just to me, because if you can't understand the color theories, or you don't understand contrast, and you're just speaking on a feeling, you can throw shit on the wall and get a feeling too. And that don't mean it's art.
And a stinky smell.
It's gonna be a little corn. There might be some corn colors in there.
That shit gonna affect.
If you ate something colorful, it might be blue.
Oh yeah.
So you can.
That shit gonna affect you for real. Goddamn. I don't know. The area that I'm in right now, this art area, is about 90% abstract artists. Like if I show at a gallery and I do like a group showing, I'm probably one of two or maybe three artists who do like realism, and everything else is abstract. So that being said, in the past couple of years, since I've like become acquaintances and like buddies with some artists here, and I try to understand the abstract more, and I still don't get it most of the time. Hey, I've tried so hard, and I've used it in my art, but I don't see how, like, when I use it against a portrait. I use abstract against a portrait, like just trying to use it by itself is I still struggle. I still struggle with that part. Like, I want it to make sense.
I did an African War piece, the Children of War series. That's probably the last political thing I was doing. And I did like an abstract, just like a brush stroke, like continuous, like 3 strokes, and that was it. Now it looked cool because it was the colors was behind the black and gray, and it went off from the background, so it looked great. But as a whole, if that portrait wasn't there and it was just a stroke of blue paint on the orange, to me that's like, yeah, my 4-year-old can do that.
Yeah. No.
No offense to you, but offense to you.
Yes.
Like I said.
Hey, a hit dog on.
Is this? If you can't do what I do, don't talk to me about it.
So.
Because if I can do what you can do, then I can say whatever I want to say.
Yeah.
But can you do what I do?
So I remember I did a solo show at this gallery, and it's like really ritzy neighborhood. Like, when you call the name of the neighborhood, you can just say the name, and people are like, oh, And so they have like this really nice community house that's, was established 110 years ago by one of the founding families, and it has its own gallery. So I got a show there. And the one guy who was supposed to help install the show is an artist himself, and he says he owns, a farm with a windmill, and he has this giant studio, but he wasn't aware of my art. So the day of the installation, I had a group critique from Carrie James. What? When? Who?
When was this? Yeah.
Let me stop my story. Wait. As soon as I seen Carrie James Marshall, I ain't been right since. Give me shit or how as an artist adds something new to the conversation. It's not adding something new. It's taking something and making it your own. Nas got the one song from that the Lost Tapes. It's something like, no idea is original. There's nothing new under the sun. It's never what you do, but how it's done. It's never what you do, but how it's done. Do it in your own style, your own way. You don't have to make it new. Just make it yours enough where it seems new. Make it yours enough.
Because it's not even my style. Because I found a painting I did of Nina Simone. This was about 6-7 years ago, and I actually did what I'm doing now back then, but I did it different. And I didn't realize until I just came across it this past weekend because I had ended up donating it because my best friend one of my best friends had a stag party, and I donated it for one of the raffles. I was like,
that idea been there for a long time. That idea been there.
I had it already.
It been marinating though.
It's marinating.
That's all it is.
But yeah, back to Carrie. But Carrie James Marsh, that's one of the top dogs in the game. Definitely a fan of his work. He definitely ain't no abstract guy.
No. But he does have his own fingerprint. Like, when you see his work, you don't have to see his name. You can just see it and like, oh, that's a Carrie James. So and that's he found his thing, and once you find it, it's just like you said, that shit just like, oh, I'm on to something. I'm on to something. And so
that's what happened. I think for me,
he had a white girl break down in tears, yo. She just, her whole life just came crashing. Like, the art is so beautiful. Yo.
I was trying to do, I think it was a quote that I just heard. You can dig a hole in one spot, or you can dig 10 holes in 10 different places. You know, you still gonna have holes everywhere, but if you want to trench, you gotta focus on that one spot.
Dig in, find that groove, and dig that bitch all the way in. Yep.
Or, you know, if you do one painting 100 times in one style, that's way better than you doing 5 paintings
in all different kind of styles.
Yeah.
Exactly. It took me a minute to realize that.
The last, like, before, like, I think last couple of years, I was trying to please everybody else.
Yeah. That'll burn you out, bro.
About me and what I love.
Yeah, bro. That shit'll burn you. It'll burn you out.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, do this watercolor painting. Do this abstract mix. Do this and do that and do this. I'm like, all right, let me do this. Because this group of people like this stuff. This group of people like that. And I wasn't really selling no more or less. I was still selling, and most of my stuff was mainly focused on my black and gray, my dry brush technique. That was the most ones that was being sold. So it wasn't like everybody was. I had a few people getting the abstract or the watercolor, more free flowing paintings, but it was more or less once I started laser focusing on what I'm doing now. That's when stuff started to really happen.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's you answered your own question right there, bro.
Oh yeah.
You answered your own question.
You go still. No, I don't want to say still. You're gonna see what you love, see what you like, and you're gonna take those cues from those people that you really like, and you're gonna make it, like you said, make it your own.
Blend it in.
You know,
blend that shit all in together.
You making it your own, your art style. Then it feel good when somebody can be like, y'all know that's your piece, without the name on it. Then I think that's when it becomes like a whole different ball game. Like, oh, okay.
But like you said with the analogy with digging the trench too, I get some artists that say, well, how do you do so many paintings? Because I stick with a series and I dig in and I exacerbate this one idea until I'm draining it. You know what I'm saying? Of everything, and just focus on this one concept and see how many different pieces can you pull out of that one idea before you leave it behind and go on to the next one. And so when you do that, it seems like you always have something to work on. You know what I'm saying? Like Kid said, the one part of the series already got 13 paintings in that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't just do 1 and 2 and then leave it behind. Dig in and grind it out. Yeah, exactly. Grind it out, and then halfway through you may see a whole new aspect that expands it even more. It's like, oh damn, I can do it like this now. You know, and then and keep building and cultivating the same idea, you know, until once again you really shape that thing into something that you feel is, you own that shit and you personalize it, you know. Like he had the idea years ago. He did one piece that was, you know, the prequel, the precursor, the catalyst, and the idea was there, and then he just shaped that shit more, and now he has this beautiful ass series off of that shit, yo.
A series concept, like as far as what this, well, he has 2 shown right there, different series.
Give an example of it. Okay, yeah. So one series that I'm really known for right now is the Reader series. So the idea of this is black people reading books written by black people. How many times can I show this? You know what? That's a really good idea. I can show this shit 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times. How far can I stretch this idea? How many different individuals, how can they represent in here, from dark-skinned people with dreads to light-skinned people with straight hair to really dark-skinned brothers with nice hats and sweaters, to the different types of reading material itself. How much literature can I squeeze into this thing? How far can I stretch this one idea? And now the Reader series has 18 pieces in it. you know. And I took this idea as far as I could, and it's still a good idea to the point where I just started reading. I'm reading The Condemnation of Blackness, and after I finish that book, I can add that to another reader series. Another quick one is.
It's a dope book too.
What's that? Yo, I went to his museum, bro. The bro got a museum in Maryland. The bro got a museum in Maryland. I went there, bro. I went to his museum. Yo, no lie. I photographed this outside the museum. This picture is taken outside. Yo, I was coming outside the museum. They were going inside.
Wow, how ironic is that?
Crazy. I gotta get that book, bro. I gotta get that book. Yeah.
He's dope.
I read his bio that's in there. Yeah, money.
But that's like that in itself, like the readers series, that shows people the story in it, as well as the misconception. Like they always say, if you want to hide something from black people, put it in the book. And it's a slight, but it's also the truth, because if you look at our people as a whole, when we look at all the communities, it's not a point like, yo, read, learn, gain knowledge from this, find out on your own, rather than me passing it along to you through mouths. Nah, you have to find and source your own stuff and read up on things that you might not read up or find out if it wasn't from that book. Everybody ain't gonna tell you all the secrets.
No, man. The game is to be sold, not told. And so that's why I'm trying to give. That's why I'm trying to give the game away for free. Cause once I started reading, like the shit that they didn't teach us in school, and the first book I read was like Malcolm X, and I was like, yo, why the fuck nobody told me to read this shit? And I read that shit. I was like, and then I tried to talk to a couple homies. And you know what? They never read Malcolm X. And then I read a different book. I read The Destruction of Black Civilization. And then I tried to have a conversation about it. Nobody else has read the book. So I'm like, there's something wrong here. There's something wrong that this information produced by people like us, our stories, our history. Why have they kept this from us? So now I made it my mission. Every book that I read that's written by a black person that is of substance and has some value that we can use, I'm putting that shit in the fucking painting.
It's so crazy because for the last, I think, year or so, 2 years or so, all my books that I've gotten have all been written by black authors. And not even to say it just happened. Like I got a book. My mom gave me a couple books when I moved to Florida, and all the books she gave me. You know, my mom is Puerto Rican, but she grew up around, predominantly black. So she was just passing me books like, yo, here, read this. But they, I posted before, my parents were in high school down with, the Panthers and Brown Berets and stuff like that out of New York. So me growing up, I think the first real book that I read was One More River to Cross.
Ooh.
And I actually got it from a white teacher. It was a book. It's a book about all the top 12, I guess, blacks that you could say revolutionary game changers in the world. The Dr. Charles Drews and, Booker T and stuff like so. It highlights all the stories, and then Malcolm X was always, that's one of my main heroes and people that I've read damn near every book, from his daughter's book that she wrote to the autobiography, to the Band of Brothers with him and Ali, to so it's just.
Yo, my man was built different, bro. Yo, X was built different, bro.
He was built different from upbringing, from him hanging, best friends with Red Fox back in the day. Like, just his story alone, just from where he started to where it ended, was just. And it can be so many movies.
And what's so amazing? what's so amazing about him and King? These guys were cut down in their 30s. They were young. Look what they accomplished. Because they had to have a childhood, so they wasn't out they pounding the block when they was 4 and 5 years. These motherfuckers had to grow up, so they only had like a few years, in just 10 or 15 years, they damn near, they basically changed the world. You know what I'm saying? They in the history books.
So what? It's no excuse.
It's not. It's not. It's not.
I tell people I hate the whole. Is black people oppressed? Black and brown people oppressed? Yeah.
Yes.
You can take your ass, pull it up from your bootstraps. Everybody got a chance to do something great if you want to. So if somebody back then can do it when they ain't have no rights at all.
No internet, no TikTok, and none of this shit.
Internet, no nothing.
They still did it.
Out this world, but they can do it. But you complaining about X, Y, and Z, and you think the world is against you because of X, Y. If the world against you, prove it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Be that person that's gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna beat the odds.
Yeah.
Now I've experienced every slight in the world, but I don't look at it. My mindset is not viewed from a slighted mindset, so I'm not a victim of the world. I'm just living this. We riding in a wheel race, little race that everybody's in, and you go through your trial and tribulations. It's how you come out the other end.
That's it,
and
bro.
how you gain from it.
This shit fucked up for everybody. If your family don't own a bank and a printing press, you fucked. Yeah, you fucked up, bro. White supremacy only work for the people who names on the banks. Everybody else, we all fucked up, bro. We all fucked up.
I know a whole bunch of trailer park cats. That's bumming it.
What? Got meth mouth and everything. And so, like you say, man, fucking grind it out, bro. We got enough history to research and look back upon where we should know all the pitfalls, all the traps, all the goddamn bamboozle situations so we can duck and dodge them shits. These motherfuckers done did all that shit and they tell it to us if we sit down and read and listen to them. They give us all the secrets, the roadmap and everything. But motherfuckers don't want to pay attention.
They show you the game. It's just some people don't want to play. And if you don't want to play the game, you got that mentality that's like, oh, everything is against you. Nah, get your ass in that game. You got to play.
Yeah, hustle.
You got to play to win.
Yep, hustle, motherfucker. The goddamn, the dream is free. The hustle is sold separate, motherfucker.
The hustle is sold separate.
That shit's sold separate.
Because nobody, like you, what you doing now, you putting in time, you putting in effort, you putting in sweat equity, you putting in research, you're putting from mind, body, and soul into your craft. So if you have the abilities to do that plus other things outside of your craft, it's no excuse for somebody to say, well, this wasn't given to me. Nah. I'm sitting here busting my ass.
Go make it. If it ain't nobody give it to you, go make it. go make it. Figure that shit out,
I'm
bro.
not getting blessed with nothing. Nobody giving me nothing else. I'm on the grind. I paint live like you paint live. Almost every single day I try to paint, go on live, even if I got no followers, one follower.
Still do it anyway.
Come in,
do it
I'm
anyway.
jamming regardless.
Yep.
I'm working regardless because when you look back at your life, when you get older, and God willing everybody get old, you can't say you slighted yourself.
Yep. At least I tried, motherfucker. At least I tried.
I grind.
And
hard.
Complaining just feels good, and I get that because I complain sometimes. But I try to grind. I try to grind too, you know. But if you don't grind, you should never complain about nothing. Don't complain about nothing, bro. You goddamn.
Because even like the game, I see so many different artists that's not on the same level, but they killing it. 20,000, 15,000 a piece, 30,000 for something tiny, and I can't be mad at them because they got up, they got in. Nah, I'm gonna grind until I can't grind no more. And God willing, I'll get on that wave one day.
That's it.
And once I get on the wave, I ain't getting off.
No, you just gotta grind till you get there. Shit, my way would come.
Grind till you get there.
Once again, Kerry James Marshall in his 50s. I ain't really peep his stuff until just a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, that man been grinding his whole life, but in just the past few years, his name is just like boom, and everybody knows who he is now in his 50s.
Everybody know who he is now.
You know what I'm
You know,
saying?
and that's why the only artist that I knew from early on was Ernie Banks.
Ernie Banks, yep.
That's the only one that I've known from back in the day, and that's because of the Good Times, and that's what put him. And you know, the Marvin Gaye. My favorite artist is Marvin Gaye, so that was my introduction to Ernie Barnes, because I used to see, you know, the painting from Marvin Gaye's. When JJ from Good Times was painting all his stuff, that was his painting. So that's how I fell in love with his artwork. But a lot of the push now is for, you know, cats that been grinding. You know, the Barclays and, you know, stuff like, you know, cats like him. Well, he passed away, what, in
2012 or 13?
17 or something like that. And he's just now getting like a push for his artwork.
Yo, Barkley Hendricks, his shit is gonna be worth millions, bro. His shit gonna be worth millions,
so
bro.
This cats that put in work, that's doing dope pieces, that grinded. Like Barkley Hendricks, he was rocking in the 80s, doing stuff. He was, you know, doing movies or videos for people and music, photographer. But he was doing, like, the stuff that he did in the 80s, 90s was so crazy. It looks sick now.
Okay, here's another conversation. Damn. This is going back to some morbid shit. I don't know why I think on this lines a lot, but saying, you know, that Hendrix Barkley has recently passed, and more than likely his shit is gonna skyrocket, like, for collectors.
Yeah.
So how is that possible? How does that work? And so when people say, "Oh, your art probably won't be worth a lot until you're dead," how would you respond to?
That's what we have to switch. That's what, as an art community, we have to push more towards. You know, the whole saying now is giving everybody their flowers.
While they're alive, yeah.
Give me that green back. I don't need flowers. Flowers die. Give me.
Yeah.
But I understand what they're saying. Give me the accolades, the love, the you know, recognition. But I think that was the thing that everybody pushes on artists from the old masters, like, oh, they didn't get big until they died, or they wasn't really big until they died. Now, there's some cats out there that's still alive, that's making millions. It's just the abstract artists.
So those
are the ones that are benefiting more. So I think abstract artists get paid before, you know,
like contemporary art.
Contemporary, you know, portrait, or, you know, styles of the old masters, if you will. I think for the people that really put in that blood equity, sweat equity, they get paid more. Or it shouldn't be, but they get paid more or less after they die, because it's like, ooh, look at all the work he did, and look how great it was. Just like, now we have to switch that around and turn that on its head. And for the people that's really studying and really working at perfecting their craft and seeing the nuances of art, and not just throwing stuff on the board, and not, you know, to each his own. If you like it, I love it. But if an elephant named Lucy can paint it, you know, you can't convince me otherwise that, you know, this is more value than me really focusing on, like you're doing right now, his jacket, the tones of his jacket, the stitching or the zipper. Like, you can't comprehend this by you throwing stuff on the wall.
All right,
There's so many. Your eyes can't look at his dreads. like his two dread twists. Come on, like stuff like that. Like, they're not even in their brain. They can't even function the way we function because they're not even on that wavelength
They can't see it like that.
Of artistic thought that they like. Hey, you know what? I have to do this. This part of his beard, I gotta put this strand of hair off of his dread. Their mind can't think like that. They just looking at, you know what the abstract is? Remember the back in the day that you had to blur your eyes to look at that's what abstract is.
You can't hit what you can't see.
To look at. That's like, homie, you
can't hit what you can't see.
I don't know what you're saying. You can't tell me from the strokes of this and what's the Asian lady? She do the polka dots.
Oh, I know you're talking about all the colored dots. Is like, get in line.
I seen a painting. She just had a plain board and a series of just straight dots, like just baby strokes on the canvas. It's like, come on now. That's not. I don't get that. Oh, I'm the feeling I get when I express. What feeling did you get when you saw this?
Nothing.
So nothing at all. You can't tell me that spoke to you. Now, do I see beauty in abstract? Yeah, but it's mostly just color.
The color theory, the motion in it. It can have some good motion sometimes.
Yeah, some color and the motion. But to me, it's almost like that's background.
That's why I got to do it with a portrait in it. I can't just do the abstract. I got to put a portrait on my shit somewhere. But so do you think a artist has to be successful in life for his art to be coveted in his death? Because when you think about it, every artist that is worth millions of dollars, they actually had a pretty decent career in life. They was popping when they were alive, and so that made their stuff more valuable. I always try to think of an artist who wasn't, and so that goes back to the old question when people say, "Oh, your shit probably won't be worth anything until you're dead," and I tell people,
even Basquiat was selling stuff for
$50,000-$60,000 in life. Yeah, in
the 80s.
Yeah, in life, like that nigga was making bread.
He was doing that alive. So
yeah.
He wasn't like same with Andy Warhol. Warhol was killing it.
Yeah. Oh, you went mute.
Yeah, I definitely think that it's a definite connection with art from if you're doing it because it's who you surround yourself with.
Mm-hmm.
It's who you surround yourself with that determines a lot of it, anyways. Okay. And with that, I think who you surround yourself. If those people like Basquiat, he was surrounding himself with the Warhols and the Madonnas of the world.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be pushing, and they're going to be surrounding themselves around the same value as far as monetarily. So, and that they're going to be picking up on more of the money, because to me, rich people are like sheep, or wealthy people. They just go follow whoever the coolest person of the bunch go do, and then they'll just buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tim has a painting from Basquiat.
I'll go get me one. That's something else. I say, it's like people say, "Damn, why you ain't a millionaire yet?" I say, "Hell, once a millionaire buys my painting, then that's it right there. All it takes is one millionaire to buy your shit, and all his millionaire buddies are gonna want your shit too."
Yeah.
That's it, bro. It's just one. It'll be there.
That's what happened. It's so funny you said that, because not my last show, my first show this year, that's what happened. So I did a show. I was in White Plains, and a lot of people with money, and I had the cheapest paintings. So, but my quality, not to say it was another guy that had a contemporary piece that was pretty dope. What was his name? MC, I forgot. It's on my page. MC something, but real cool cat. But I'm looking at stuff on the wall, and I'm like 25,000, 30,000.
Damn.
I look at my price, like, damn. My price.
Somebody give me a marker real quick. I need a.
Yeah. And I look at my boy Alvin. Shout out to Alvin Clayton. He's an artist. He actually was the first black big male model, like the biggest male model in like the 80s, 90s. He was like the first black male model, and he paints like Matisse from Paris, old school. He was popular, Matisse. So look him up.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll know once you see his work. Like, oh, okay. But that I guess older. It looked like gallery artwork. His artwork. So I used to tell him, like, yeah, your stuff looks like more or less it should be in an art museum as opposed to my Biggie and whoever. So he was like, let me put you on game. He was like, rich people don't want your prices low that regular people can buy.
Nope.
Because then they won't buy it.
Exactly.
Anybody can buy it.
It gotta be expensive for them.
It gotta be expensive for them to buy it because they won't buy it. Because Joe Schmo down the block that work at Best Buy can buy it. Yeah. He saved up a few weeks' checks for it. So, and then they want to outdo each other. He was like, no, I had this guy buy a piece for X amount of dollars. His friend calls me right after he's seen it and tells me I need to buy one, but I need to pay more than he paid.
I want it bigger and better than his.
Better. It's like,
this
what we doing.
Yep.
This what we doing. So that's the tips I got from the gallery aspect and museum aspect of art. Is like rich people want stuff that other people can't obtain, and that's always with life, anyways. That's why they get the expensive cars or yacht or whatever.
And everything, clothes, clothes and everything. I remember, one of my old bosses taught me that lesson. I used to work for a contracting company, and I was on their paint crew. So we just paint apartments and houses and buildings and shit like that. And my foreman on the side, he would use all the company's equipment, their paint sprayers, and their vehicle, and he would do his own little jobs on the side. And so after a while, he pulled me in, and I would do some side jobs with him. And I remember one time he said we were in this really rich $1 million neighborhood. I think we were doing like a living room, a kitchen, and a bathroom or something. And he was like, with these motherfuckers, you have to charge them extra. Are they gonna think that you don't know what you're doing? Like if your price isn't high enough, they're not gonna hire you. Like he's like, it's the weirdest fucking thing. If you try to give them a deal, they're not gonna they don't want your work, bro. They have to feel like they're paying for the top quality of everything. So he's like, when I come to this neighborhood, I just charge them double what I would charge anybody else, and they appreciate. They just like, and charging them double, they still think they're getting a fucking deal. Yeah, they still getting a deal. It's like, what the fuck? Rich people want to spend money.
It's a lot of times association. You know, you go get certain looks because you associate with certain people, and they will deem you as high or lower based upon your circle. So that's why they always say, surround yourself with people that are better or more intelligent than you.
That's it, bro.
So, you can climb up.
Yeah. People you can.
Not be the smartest person.
No, I agree to say you got to be around people you can learn something from. You got to be able to learn from the people you're around. Like you say, if you the smartest person in the room, you done hit the ceiling. Yeah, you done plateaued.
And that's what I think with me, with art, I was closed off. I think when I first started with learning about others and trying to, connect with other artists because I was so focused on, I don't want to steal from them. I don't want to. But you got to surround yourself with like mind, and then like we was just saying, people that are better than you, so you can get to that point and possibly get past them and do even better, bigger things. But you can't do that if you pigeonhole yourself with either nobody surrounding you or you surrounding yourself with people that are under you.
Yeah, you always the best.
You just don't. Yeah.
Nah. That's what chicks do when they go out. They want to be the prettiest girl all the time. You can't do that. You can't do that, bro.
You can't be gotta be the. And you in a group, everybody got big girls around. You just the bad chick with the swole team around.
Yeah, they do that shit on purpose too.
Yeah, they do it on purpose. You supposed to go out, and your whole crew's supposed to be on point.
Exactly.
Top to bottom. So.
Yeah. It's a whole process with this thing, man. It comes with passion and patience. Passion and patience.
Patience is definitely the big one.
That's the key. That's the hard one to learn too, man. Slow down, take your time, and just
I just got a DM the other day from a young girl, and she was talking about, man, I see you doing your thing and blah blah blah. And it's like, man, it took me how long?
Exactly. I've been doing this shit for fucking years. Doing this shit for years trying to get here.
Right. I've been doing this for years, and now I'm finally reaping the benefits. I'm not doing it like I'm just popping. Like that's the Instagram and technology here. Like, I want it now, and I should be bomb right now. I should be here, like you said. Kerry Marshall, he just gotten it, and I think he might be in his 60s or early 60s. But 50s, 60s, around that time. So it's no time for you. It's whenever that wave comes.
Yeah, when you look at his resume, man, he's been a tenured professor. He has all the art degrees. Like he's legit, but he ain't never had like his name wasn't like that until Puff brought that piece.
Yeah.
$22.2 million. That nigga ain't never got to work again in his life, bro. Hey, Puff, you just retired me, dog. Appreciate you. You just retired me.
So you went a whole lifetime of working, not saying obscurity, but like you in your circle.
Yeah.
You in your circle, and you local, not local, but beyond that, you're not really out there like you would want to be. It's all about those moments in time that somebody can change your life, and if you ready for it when it happens, can you handle it?
That's the thing right there, bro. When opportunity meets preparation, bro. Are you prepared for the opportunity? Okay, now you're lucky.
That's the difference between, like you said, them one-hit wonders. They got that hit because it's like, it was just a spur of the moment. Me and my boys made a song up, and whoop, there it is. And then what happened after?
Now do it again.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Now do it again. Now do it
20 more times. 20 more times. I can't do it that many times.
You can't do it. So now that shows you, okay, who's prepared, who's really about it, who's really working. Because you see, how many pieces do you have? How many, so are you showing at any places right now? If I were to call you for a show in, this month, can you do it? So if you're not prepared to get on it and work, man, please.
Nah.
You can't get everybody to just hand out no $1 million. If that's the case, everybody be outside with their hands out at the money tree.
I swear. Let me get $1 million too.
I'm here for the $1 million.
I heard y'all was giving it away. Is this the right line for the $1 million?
$1 million line. Nah, but I drive, man. Nobody, and I always, tell people that everybody's gonna, you need somebody to help you. That's regardless of who you are. to get on and to get to a certain point, you're gonna need some help.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not gonna negate how hard you work until you get to that point to get that helping hand or somebody to grab you up like, yo, Swiss Beats is doing this big art thing.
Mm-hmm.
He putting you front and center. Yeah, but it took me 20 years and me beating my fucking ass, and I'm over here just going crazy, painting, hands sore, not sleeping, wondering if I should do something else. It take those days and nights for you to understand, like, nah, I got here, and while I'm here, I'm going to take advantage, but, you got to be prepared.
Yeah.
Got to be ready.
And so what shows you say you have lined up for the rest of the year?
I'm waiting on one of my partners to hit me up. So waiting on the residency for New York. I forgot what location was. I got the email. For like September, end of August, September. Then I have a show that I'm lining up right now.
You're gonna do a residency in New York?
Yeah.
In like the next couple weeks?
It's up in the air, but yeah.
All right,
I'm waiting on the particulars.
Cause I'll be in New York next month.
Well, you got a show?
Yeah.
Well, DM me the date so I can lock it down. I'll be out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Matter of fact, because I'll link you up. I'll link you up with my man too, because they're good people. What we doing is like a conglomerate of artists, doing shows and residencies and basically helping out each other. Like I was telling, like how we do. If you got a painting that's done and that's, man, I'm gonna try to push your stuff just like I push mine.
That's it.
And anybody else that I can, uplift and try to get out there, because we all in the same boat. It's me. I have no ego or that much pride that I can't give a push to somebody else, because if I push you and you get on to bigger and better things, that's one more person that's being seen. That's doing something that's good. And then even if you don't bring me, it don't matter as long as you made it and somebody else is gonna come from that. So just the chain keeps getting pulled. So I think right now, like you said, we're in the new renaissance of art.
Yes, we are.
It just reminds me, like, I study a lot about the Harlem Renaissance, and that's what I feel like we in that
we are creating our own version, and in 75 years they're gonna look back and be like, yo, them dudes down in Florida and the PA guys, they was doing some dope shit, man, and they was linking, and like I think we are kind of building that shit back, bro. Cause
it's for me it's more of a team conglomerate effort, because if we can stick together and work with each other, it's endless possibilities. I think what happens is people get so spiteful and jealous of others' success, and they hate so much. It's like, man, why he getting it and I ain't getting it? Because it ain't your time.
It ain't that time, bro. That's it.
It's his time right now. Let him shine, and while he's shining, buff the damn armor all on it. Let him shine some more. Don't put the shades up and block somebody from his blessings, because he can bless somebody else and it's going to continue. That's why I've never been a hater. I've always been a love, everybody show love.
And my thing is, I'm leave the goddamn door open. If I get my foot in that bitch and I get in there, you think I ain't gonna leave the door open, motherfucker? Yo, hey, come check this out.
And I'm opening the side door.
Yeah, everything. Go around the back, cuz I'll let you in.
No keys.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to introduce my homies to the plug too. Yo, my man's right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's and now the art game is so crazy, because then you learn about the publicists, and then you got the agents, then you got buyers, then you got different collectors that you run into. So it's a big world in the art
And
world.
then you gotta even just trying to find a good dealer to connect you with everybody else. It's like, god damn.
Then you got interior designers that buy for people. You know, then you got hotels because they have their designers, and they'll buy a whole series from you because they want to look at the whole hotel as a whole.
Yeah, a unified,
you got a whole theme going on. That's what it's about. You know, because you can stay local all you want and sell it to your cousins and your buddies but until you tap into those galleries and if you want to,
yeah.
You know, if you want your artwork to be pushed in that way, and that's, to me, that's stuff that's gonna last longer.
That's it. Once you can get into those realms, that's where you have the greater chance of people taking care of your shit. It gets housed in really nice collections that are preserved.
So your cousin Gerald fucking your shit up. They left in the basement and they got mold on it.
That shit they got flooded or some shit, or it's out, or you 2 or 3 pieces sitting in the barn, but I got plastic on it. No,
It don't matter.
No.
I
swear,
what it is.
Bro.
People that's gonna preserve your work and people that's gonna really cherish it the way it should be. That's the most important
And
part
then
of it.
I also think too is getting in, like you say, with bigger institutions so that it can be shared too, because having your stuff in private collections, I think that's dope as fuck. But if it is in a private collection, like, how many people are going to actually get to experience it and get to appreciate it, you know? So like you say, museums, universities, you know, long standing galleries.
Stuff in Miami I got at a boutique.
Yeah.
You know, it's a high-end boutique, and my brother-in-law knows the owner. He went to college with him, and he's doing good things. He has a lot of connections. So I'm like, well, I can have these 10 pieces sitting in my house stacked up in a corner.
Or
get some eyes on it.
Exactly, and let people appreciate it.
And let people appreciate it rather than me appreciating it when I walk past it by myself.
Yeah.
So I take any opportunity that I can to show museums, galleries, you know, stores. If you had a coffee shop or if you got a restaurant and you want to buy, you know, pieces, I've been hit up from, you know, different stuff, you know, as far as businesses like that. So for me, I really try nowadays to try to push it. So almost now, I want you to not get tired of my work, but I want you to see my work everywhere.
Everywhere. Exactly. Yeah. Everywhere.
So for now, like I said, Miami is, I've been kicking butt out in Miami for the last 2 months and getting stuff, you know, brewing out there with other galleries and different connects that I'm making, because if I can get Miami, that's one of the spots. LA, of course, New York, Atlanta is really pop. Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago got a big art scene.
Yeah, I just try not to cage myself into the whole black artist theme so much.
Then that's another one too. Yeah, don't try to box me down too much, bro.
Yeah. Don't call me out just in February.
Is there a between rounds out there? I've never heard of between rounds.
What's the between rounds?
I know a cigarette. I take a round, go smoke a cigarette, come back for another round. I don't know what else you doing between rounds.
I don't know what that is.
Between rounds?
That's a new one.
Is it a bar? Is it an art supply store?
Is that an event space or like a? That's actually one of my clients from Connecticut.
Okay. But
no, because that's what happens when you're a black artist. A lot of times, it's like it's the title that it pisses me off. It's like black. Like, dude, don't even mention.
Or when they say urban, like, yo, don't put that shit on. Don't put that shit on my shit. Don't put that shit on my shit. Don't call my shit.
Coffee shop that showcase local art. Yeah, a lot of different coffee places will show. You just gotta get in with them a lot of times early, but they have different spots. I haven't had any coffee places, but I know restaurants, coffee shops, like you said, universities, any place of higher learning. You're gonna try to see if you can get something in there or do something.
Libraries. Libraries are another good place.
Library, yeah. But
sometimes libraries that show local art.
But yeah, don't put me in that box though. And that's why I like now. Even my work now, like I do all races and faces now. Do I focus mainly on our people? Yeah, of course, because that's what I am.
Mm-hmm.
But I see beauty in everything.
Everything,
every
everywhere.
person. So, and to break it down, I'm mixed myself, so I can't. You know, my mom is Puerto Rican, my dad is black, but and then again, my dad is mixed.
Mm-hmm.
So we have native and Irish, and so it's. They like art too.
Everybody.
Like Jordan said, Republicans like Jordans too. What you talking about? My stuff. I don't need all this. Just the Soul Brother number 5 through 10 to buy it. I need
everybody. I need all y'all motherfuckers to buy this shit, man.
This. You know, but definitely I'm gonna highlight our people and what our struggle, what my struggle may have been, and what I deem as beauty. But call the artist other than on February.
Right.
But yeah, I get that a lot. Hey, February comes. We're gonna do this big art show. All the black people we need.
Man, I turned down every show this February. I didn't turn down any show. I requested payment for every show that somebody asked me to do.
Oh yeah.
And then everybody was like, "Oh well, we don't have funding for the artists. Well, you don't have black art for this February. Sorry for you. I'm sorry for you. Don't you ain't talked to me for 11 months. You ain't talked to me for the last 11 months, bitch. For the last now, all of a sudden, the first second week in January, my emails is flooded. Bitch, like, oh, what are you doing next month? Nothing with you. Not unless you got $500 for me. You got $500? I'll come holler at you. You ain't got $500. I can't work with you. You're not about to use me as a token.
I'm gonna pass.
Yeah. This is my first year doing it though. Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. The last 2 years, I remember the year before last, I had 3 gallery events in February. 3. And I had like some kind of artist talk at the university. And then like last year I did 1 or 2 things. And one of them was at the museum. It was a family workshop and that was good. But yeah, this year I'm so good on that shit this year, man. You can't always use me for your black art. You're not gonna box me into that shit.
Yeah, you're definitely not boxing me in because it's more than my art than the 1 month out the year or 2 months out the year when you feel it's time to show representation.
Exactly. Nigga, show me in fucking April, bro. Show me in September, bro. Don't wait to fucking February to show my shit.
I don't need no cultural events that you need to
fill in
your slots.
DEI, nigga, DEI.
We need 6 more blacks.
We got a quota to meet, people. Come on now. The mayor's gonna be here.
I'll be in Connecticut. Matter of fact, let's set it up for September for Connecticut tattoo weekend.
Uh-oh.
And she one of my good clients in Connecticut.
Say the skin itching for some ink. I need a new tattoo, bro. Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, I got the potential. So that show in October, well, possible show in New York in residency for end of August, September, and then October, Connecticut, and then Art Basel, Basil, whatever you want to say, December. So if I want to get one more show for Miami for December. And I think that'll be good. I wanted to do 3 shows this year, but I wanted to do 3 good shows.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing right there, yo. Quality of the show.
It was like a fashion event, so it wasn't like geared more so towards the art. It was like
a backdrop,
catwalk and all that stuff. So this year I'm in the one gallery that I showed in June. We're gonna do something in December, and then I have the gallery that I just had a show.
Whoa! Wait a minute, you doing 2 shows in 1 year at the same gallery?
Yeah.
Oh hell! Somebody, hey, they like that boy. Hey, come back in a couple of months, man. Come back later this year.
What happened? I met her at Art Basel last year. She didn't know yet. She was like, "Hey, I'm about to open up a gallery in South Beach. I want you to show." And I'm like, "Great, like let's go." And I hit her up. I think in end of February, I think I hit her up, and I was trying to show for Art Basel. So I'm like, yo, I wanna set it off for art. But she's like, well, I was thinking about having you do. Well, she's a black woman, real nice lady. Shout out to Dahlia Nas. She was like, well, Black Film Festival is in June, and that's gonna be the last closing days for Miami, because Miami's not popping really from June, end of June until winter months. So that's when everybody's home in the summertime, because it's summertime. Mm-hmm. You don't got to travel to the South Beach like that. Now, wintertime is more popping because they have the festivals. It's not as hot. So she was just like, hey, after I did the show, she was like, hey, I'm going to have you come back for Art Basel. I'm like, perfect, because that's what I really wanted. Mm-hmm. But, usually a gallery ain't going to have you come back in the same year.
Unless you're really, really good, bro.
So I'm going to do I'm going to do a whole different, series for that. So I'm starting to work on some of it now. And I have something that I'm about to do with glass.
Ooh.
Yeah. Layered glass painting.
Okay. I'll check them out, man. Some glass, nigga.
So all y'all that's watching, don't steal it. Don't steal my stuff. I'll spill the beans anyways. Everybody's different. I don't care if you steal it. I'm not a hater. So my son broke the TV, and flat screen. So I'm like, what is in a flat screen TV?
Let me take this shit apart.
Let me take it apart. So I took the TV apart, and I got it back here. It was plexiglass. So it got the screen, the black screen that's on the front, and then it's layers of different plexiglass to reflect the different light. So I'm like, so you know what? If I can do a layered glass painting, 6 layers of glass, stick them together, and I could put the TV back together, and throw LED lights on the back so it can light up and show the actual image like you cut on the TV.
A painting and an installment all in one.
And exactly.
Damn. Let me go get this old TV out my basement real quick.
So that's what I was like, and that's how I think, and I'm like, man, these old school TVs would be even
Oh, the
better.
old wood box ones or something, yo.
Yeah, and I'm like, you can get like, I don't know how many panes of plexiglass in there to make a crazy,
really like in depth, like
yo. So I started collecting TVs and old computers.
Ooh.
So,
but you wanted something.
I'm gonna start working on is I'm trying to make like a whole room setup, like a TV, a mirror,
a computer. Damn,
all
yo.
that with art on it. And the boutique, I told the boutique about it. I'm like, yo, the first one I'm doing is gonna be of like sneakers, like somebody doing like putting on some shoes or something that's more fun. Because I was looking at it as a conversation piece, an installment piece for like a shoe store or a business.
Okay,
they might
yeah.
want to put something in the lobby. So I was like, well, you can put it up and hang it up in here. I can have it ready for Art Basel, and that can get eyes just in general. He was like, man, I might buy it. I'm like, yeah, that's my point.
Mm-hmm.
It's for somebody like you to buy it since you own the sneaker store.
No, that shit sound dope.
That's the next, I guess, I don't say big thing, next thing outside of Canvas that I'm about to start this month.
Yeah, and there's so many ways you can expand on that too, just by because it's a whole different type of medium that you're working with.
Right.
They say that's one of those things where halfway through you be thinking of like, oh shit, I could flip it like this.
Right. I can do. Hold on. So that's the next thing outside of the box that I'm gonna be working on. Other than that, just continue to dig my trench.
I know that's right.
And focus on that one style, because each paint I'm trying to do something little different after I paint, after I do the spray. I try to go back and do extra details, and so I'm just evolving it as I go and really truly making it my own and distinguishing myself from everything else that I've done in the past and what everybody else that I see is doing.
Yep. That's the whole goal, bro. That's the whole goal.
Battery died? Okay. But definitely about to. You got me feeling like painting. Well, I was supposed to be painting anyways. I was actually, when you was like jump on the car, I was cleaning my brushes when you was when you said that. I was like, let me put these brushes back down.
No, bro. Hey, I swear on everything. I really do love busting it up with you, man. I think we be having some really good conversations.
I said before, man, we go. Cause I gotta get my YouTube thing popping, but I really want to get a real artist talk YouTube page with like real like-minded cats that's really involved and really doing something besides just the basic. I just paint on a regular, like really pressing the culture forward and doing something that's dope and inspiring. So that's my goal, is to get the YouTube rockets, because it's money in that, of course.
Right? That's just some passive income right there.
Yeah.
If you can get it going, that's passive income.
We can do while we're working. And then once we get to a certain level, we keep leveling up. But I think definitely what we're doing now, the Discord that we having and conversations, even with Frank and what's the homegirl name?
Dora. Yeah, Dora. Dora.
Yeah, Dora. So like that group, just as a whole, just different, and everybody's doing something different.
Exactly, yo.
As most artists, they try to stay in their lane and stay and doing what they love and do what feels best for them. But I know we can push some big things.
Yeah, man.
But I'm gonna DM you too about the other thing, that the cats out in New York that I want you to link up with.
Oh, for sure.
Since you're going out there.
Yo, bro, I appreciate you hopping in here and letting me ask you all these very personal questions and sharing so openly with everybody who's been viewing the stream. All the viewers, appreciate you guys stopping by and just listening to some nerds nerd out about art, bro. So just nerd out about some art shit, dude. You really made my evening, bro. I appreciate the conversation, dog.
I always love with you, man.
Yes, sir. You have a good one, bro, and we'll definitely talk soon.
All right, bro.
Peace out.
Love, man.
Yes, sir. Rose said the galleries will be knocking on your doors in no time. Let me run to the bathroom before I close everything out in here. All right. Yo, Rose. I sure appreciate you hanging out with me this this evening. I'm sorry I missed so many of your comments when I was chatting with the guys on Instagram. How you been though? How's your day going? Hope you're doing well, my beautiful friend. Um, Make sure I cleaned out all my brushes. Y'all know I'm notorious for not doing that, right? Is that clean? Yeah. I'm notorious for not cleaning these damn brushes good. Alright. I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. No worries, I've been good. Just doing what I do. That's the best thing about it. You know what I'm saying? If we can just get into a comfortable groove and just ride it out. You know what I'm saying? No worries. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing really exciting, but nothing really terrible, which is good. And that's good. I like being in that little comfort zone. I like it. You know, just doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying life, making my way through. You know what I'm saying? I like it. Makes me feel good to hear that. You know, because sometimes what the old heads say, shit, no news is good news. What's good? Nothing. And that's good. What's going down? Nothing. Chilling. I'm just doing what I do. And that's good. Because sometimes no news is good news. Ain't that the damn truth? My grandma used to say that shit. And no news, hey, no news can be good news, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes my sister be like, you don't be calling me a lot. Girl, I only call you when I got really good news. When something really dope happen, I'll call you tell you. But other than that, I'm doing good. everything. Now I gotta call her more often. Everybody getting older. Just call her. What you doing? You eating dinner? What you eating? All right, I love you. Bye. That's what you be wanting me to do. I give you them kind of phone calls then. Damn. I'm just, I'm gonna keep it up like that. I don't think I'll fuck it up and stay just like that. I'm not really hungry yet. What time is it? It's 5:45 for me. I can still go a little while before I have to eat something. I could probably eat like 6:30 or something, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Last week I don't know. I just wasn't as motivated. So I didn't, even, well, almost for 2 weeks, I haven't streamed as much. Been trying to do little things here and there in the studio, trying to stay consistent and doing a little something every day. I don't know. This is in a little funk. I felt, well, when I really started thinking about it, I think I did that Trump painting in 5 days. And that shit kind of burnt me out working it so hard for so many days that, like, the past couple of weeks I just felt like I needed a little bit more time away from the studio. But I'm back full swing now. And I'll catch you back in here tomorrow evening. um yeah, I think I'm about to go play me some video games for a little while. And with that being said, Rose, once again, appreciate you chilling with me in the studio, checking out the progress on the paintings. We didn't do much painting, but we definitely had a really awesome conversation today. It happens, the creative process isn't an etched in stone process. I know that's right. So sometimes you just have to let it happen organically, and that is the truth too. You know, and I have to get to the point where I don't beat myself up so bad about it, because I always feel like you could be doing something, and sometimes it's okay to do nothing. You'll be all right. You come back to it when you got some more energy. You don't got enough energy right now. That's fine. We always need to stay productive. We always need to stay diligent and on the go. But every once in a while, you can go sit down for a couple days. You be all right. Go recharge. That shit'll get to you. Burnout is real, and self care and self love is a necessity. And so, yeah, felt the little burn. It was just at the twinge, like starting to smell like why you know that wire smell. I ain't gonna let it catch fire. I ain't gonna let it catch fire. As soon as I need to go. I think I need a little break. Let me go ahead and have a little break right now. 'Cause some people burn themselves out and start hating the craft or whatever, and then they go too far, and it's like you don't even need to do all that. And peace until next time. You hope you have a good evening. Toodles.